Everybody for today's live stream. Hello everybody, all the new members of Ethereum. In today's video, it's going to be very interesting, very exciting. I show you my step-by-step guide how to find a proper trading setup, the right trading direction, and of course a good market analysis to prepare yourself for trading. No matter if it is the 1 hour chart, the 50-minute chart, the 5-minute chart, or even the 1-minute chart which you are trading. This is my personal step-by-step guide, and we'll start today with a different market, which will be Ethereum US dollar. This is what you can see here on the chart. It's Ethereum US dollar on Binance, because Binance is the most liquid exchange for Ethereum, and this is very important to read and understand volume ventures. In the beginning, which indicators am I using? So in the bottom, you will find Ethereum volume ventures for price action. The only thing which I changed, just very quick, is here the settings for higher time frame. This of course should be chart, and then C-zone up by, C-zone down by is gray here. Okay, this is the only thing. If you're a new member and you first install or load volume ventures, our volume indicator, which is analyzing the market orders in relationship to the price movement. Okay, this is very important. It's market orders to price movement. I will cover more of this later on, of course. And then at the top, you'll find volatility zone edge premium. This is more or less the same information of the volume ventures, only on the chart, on the candles. You need to do this in the front. So this should be visual, I don't know what it is in English, visual settings. It should be really at the front here. And so at the top. And then, of course, the same settings, higher time frame chart, C-zone up bar, C-zone down bar, gray. Okay, I have OptiStruct Premium, my order block indicator, my preferred one. I use this, I love it. It's nice, it gives me nice levels. And then, of course, Wabi-Sabi Wyckoff Flow Structure map, which is the only indicator which is only available for lifetime members for Ethereum. And there I haven't done anything else, just line width to 2. Text size is still normal. Length calculation, you can play around with this from 2 to 15. Standard is 11, I use 11. And then the only thing, because I have a white TradingView setup, is here. The line color should be black. Standard, it's white because it's optimized for a white screen. Okay, this was a really quick introduction about the indicators, and now we'll deep dive into what you can see here. And of course, very important for you, you can also find a lot of links in the video description, links to the indicators, links to this TradingView page, which I'll show you here. It's all the indicators from Ethereum, which are available for annual plan members or lifetime members. Lifetime members is only available for Wabi-Sabi. And you can find more information here on this page with the links in the video description. So check it out if you haven't done it yet. Very important. And now let's do it. Let's do my step-by-step guide here, and we see Ethereum in the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart for swing trades. You can also start with the daily chart, but okay, today I start here with a 4-hour chart. So first, zoom out, very important. Okay, and analyze what you see. Impulse, impulse on the 4-hour chart with a lot of volume on the 4-hour chart. So what you can do, if you see this kind of information, it's always the same, no matter if it's Ethereum, if it's Bitcoin, if it's Nasdaq, if it's whatever trading instruments. That's why I use Ethereum today, because it's something different. So we'll go through different trading instruments over and over again, and I'll show you the similar procedure works in nearly every market. We see big market participants pushing, moving the price to the upside. So either you jump in here, okay, or another thing is, this is an impulse, somewhere where there will be a correction and will be indicated in a lot of cases with these colorful candles here on the 4-hour chart, same time frame, and if the color is gone, it's time to jump in. Time to jump in at least to new session highs, or not all-time highs, new movement highs. At this is a very high probable trading setup. Of course, it does not have this very huge target, but you can have a very aggressive risk money management here, use it, you can scale in. It's a very nice trade and it works. Why does it work? Because markets, when they got pushed by big market participants here to the upside, nearly never fall to the downside like this on this high time frame chart. So this is a very nice high probable swing trading setup, what I like to use. And yeah, I did it previously in the NASDAQ. It worked very well. I haven't done it here in Ethereum, but similar situation again, impulse to the upside, correction indicated with these candles. Okay, here, 1, 2 white candles on the 4-hour chart. This is your entry. We overtook the supply. Okay, even more. You can scale in here. You can scale in even more to new, I think, movement highs. Let's say movement highs. Okay, very high probable trading setup. And of course, then once that is the case here, it's always the question: do we continue or do we fail? In this case here, market failed. We'll cover this now in a bit. And in this case here, they continued. See this? Okay, nice. Of course, you can use the continuation to scale in even more with colorful candles. They will continue and move the market to the upside. Okay, now we are not in this kind of situation. First of all lifetime members, the next thing what the Ethereum team will develop is a high probable trading setup scanner, something like this, a matrix, where you can put in your defined rules for alerts, for trading setups you like to trade. And this will be the starting point of the own trading platform with the trading scanner. And yeah, we're working on it. So if you have any ideas about how you will build, how you will use the indicators and how you want to find your trading setup, write us in the Discord channel your ideas, your alerts, your like step-by-step guide, how to find how it is for you to find very nice probable trading setups, or high probability trading setups. Okay, so well, now the movement is done, right? Okay, it's just the past. So what are we going to trade now in Ethereum? Ethereum is building here, is stuck. Okay, it's stuck. It looks like it's building a wabi-sabi range, Wyckoff range. We call it wabi-sabi range. Another range like here again. And of course, it's the same as previously. It can continue or it can break. Okay, when it breaks out to the upside, we will see the colorful candles pushing this market in one direction to the downside or continuation to the upside. That's it for now. So let's go down to the 1-hour chart and see what else we can find here. As the lower the time frame is, the less, I would say, less accurate is the trading setup, of course. And we need to be a little bit more flexible with our risk and money management. Let's say flexible, accurate, precise, trade a little smaller, okay? Don't have these huge swings. Here on the 1-hour chart, we see nice wabi-sabi ranges, right? Oh, wow. So this one really worked to the upside. Oh, they boosted on Friday this market to the upside to new all-time highs and took all this, all the targets. It was that fast that there was no pullback here. Usually and this is what we like to trade, what is like from the theory point of view, one of the higher probability trading setups is we see the value, we see the range, the Wyckoff range, and when it goes in one direction, we want to see the pullback at the top of this range and then a continuation. And in best case, this push to the upside, this breakout, this impulse has colorful candles. Okay, and then very important, it should not go back in the range. We should not touch the range again. If we touch the range again, it's a failure. Of course, these kind of things happen, which you, for example, see here in the beginning. Okay, in the beginning, okay, this wabi-sabi range did not exist at this point of time because we have here selling climax, automatic reaction, secondary test. Once we have this kind of three things in place and we are coming back in the range, the wabi-sabi range or the Wyckoff range will form, and then it's only the question whether we have the targets to the upside or to the downside. And this we will see when the breakout happens. Okay, so here we had this continuation to the upside, they come back to the range, or the range formed, and from this point of time it was, I would say, more or less clear that this is here a very interesting level, and potentially these buyers here from this long movement, we just saw it on the 4-hour chart, coming back, pushing this market again to the upside, trying to find new or to liquidate new shorts, to find new orders. And this is actually what Ethereum did. They couldn't continue to the upside, right? And on Monday, they pushed to the downside. This is a nice information, okay, for a potential trading setup now in Ethereum for the next days. I don't want the market here on the 1-hour chart to go back above this level of 4,665. So market should not go back in the range. If it goes back in the range, it's the probability is very high that we go to the other side of the range. Potentially get new all-time highs here, get some more liquidity. And then, of course, it's the question again, continuation or failure. Okay, but here we are below the Wyckoff range. And from my point of view, Ethereum really looks short at this point of time. We have the range, we have the targets, we have the breakout from the range, we have the pullback, first pullback. If we see a trend now, the trend here, or this little movement to the upside, is still long, right? Because all the lows, we have higher lows, higher highs. Everything looks kind of, the rhythm in this movement, in this channel, still to the upside. When we break this level to the downside, we can open short positions, we can scale in. And it's very likely that this market will reach this previous lows from 4,314 here, this lows from Tuesday. And of course, potentially lower prices to these targets. And also, this previous lows, I would say this is really possible for Ethereum to break these previous levels. So when I look at this 1-hour chart, I have this level in mind, 4,670. If we are below this level, I'm looking for short entries in this market. If we break this level to the upside, no, it's a no-go. It should not happen for a short trade. It can happen like very, very short in a volatility spike for whatever news. Maybe tonight we have NVIDIA earnings. NVIDIA earnings, it can happen that we boost all the markets to the upside, we get a volatility spike, and then we are back down. Okay, volatility spikes especially happen, of course, even more in lower liquid markets. Ethereum is a lower liquid market from my point of view. And so these kind of things, of course, can influence the market. So if we want to trade here, and if the market stays below, we open a short trade here, where should our stop be? At least above this midpoint, like above, or in best case, at this case, okay? And then once we break, we build new market structure, we can scale in. Scaling in is the most powerful thing. Scaling in, scaling out, risk and money management, and of course, position size increasement to your target when we have more conviction, more confidence that this trade is going in our direction. Let's go down to the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart, what do we see here? So I like, as you already saw, I like the 1 hour chart already. It looked really short. What do we see here on the 15-minute chart? On the 15-minute chart, we see this break to the downside. Now this pullback. Oh, we have a wabi-sabi range here. Previously, when I talked today in the morning with a friend about this market, and this is why I use this as an example now, we didn't have this range yet. Okay, the market is pushing to the upside and printing these kind of targets. Yes, currently this can happen. This can happen, but it's a drift. It might drift to the upside. We don't have any colorful candles, or we might fail. Everything is possible in this market. The lower the time frame is, the more fakes we get. From my point of view, I see the wabi-sabi range like this. Looks for me a little bit more decent, a little bit bigger, and then this small one. So of course, use your brain, the thing between your ears, to think about the things what you see, the indicators what you see, because sometimes, of course, they might give you a false thing, false idea. And higher time frames matters more than lower time frames. So I'm expecting a fake still here, and I want to open, or I would like to open a short trade. I will not do it because I'm not trading Ethereum, but I will show you a NASDAQ trade or NASDAQ trading setups, what I did today, later on after the Ethereum thing, because I like to trade NASDAQ. So once we break the 15-minute wabi-sabi range to the downside, Wyckoff range to the downside, I want to open short trades. Then the trend to the downside is, or the trend to the upside is broken. We form a trend to the downside, and I want to see this thing going to this 4,300 and even lower. Next one, 5 minutes. So from this point of view, from the 50 minutes, currently I don't feel to trade this market. And of course, if I want to give trust in this thing, what I see here, okay, I want to see the impulse, okay, in best case with some colorful candles, a pullback to the top of the range, and then a failure that they don't go in here, and then a continuation to the upside. This would be a probable trading setup for a long trade in Ethereum on the 15-minute chart. And of course, currently we have this idea, and well, this kind of thing needs to happen. Let's take a look on the 5-minute chart. On the 5-minute chart, we have even larger Wyckoff range, which we see here. I like this 5-minute range more than the 15-minute range from my point of view. It looks more decent. We have higher price levels, the targets to the upside. And yeah, look at this. We don't have any buyers here. Okay. With the NASDAQ, I love to trade the NASDAQ. I show you the fake there, and how you could trade this today. And here is nobody. Nobody is here at this highs. Take this, keep this into your brain. Okay, we don't see here volume. We see volume like market orders pushing and in relationship to the price. So there were market orders, but the price like did not move. Like, so this is nothing here. It might be a fake. And of course, you can trade many setups. Okay, you can trade either the trends, the breakout of these ranges. Of course, you can also trade in the range. If you want to trade in the range, you are a range trader and you trade the fakes. So if we break this low from the range, we break this upside movement. It's very high probability. The probability is very high that the market will go to the lower end or the other side of the range. So always take this into account. Of course, you can trade the range, but it's more difficult. You need more skills. You need more advanced risk and money management. I always advise open a small position once it goes in your direction, and you still have room for your target. Everything looks really nice. Scale in and stay until your target is reached. So the 5-minute range, from my point of view here in Ethereum, is showing trapped buyers, no participation at the upside. And from my point of view, I want to trade this market here, this break to the downside. Still, okay, still, I'm not looking to buy this thing here. It looks, from my point of view, a little bit ugly. And I know that once this market will go back in the range, this target, what we see here at the top, this target, will reverse and print to the downside. Okay, it will eliminate once we go back in the range, and once we break to the downside, it will print to the downside. Okay, this is something also the Ethereum team is working on. It is very difficult to analyze these kind of things. It's more easy for your eyes to do it, but of course we are working on that the direction of this Wyckoff range will be defined from the beginning on. Currently, it is not possible yet. Let's take a look at the 1-minute chart. And this is the step-by-step guide. You go from 4 hours to 1 hour. And there you always write the things down, what you see and your trading directions. And what do we see here? We see on the 1-minute chart, we see also the volatility zones. We see Wabi-Sabi is going up and down, or the market is going up and down in these ranges. And also here, you can trade the fakes. You see the highs. You see the highs with colorful candles. You see a low here with one colorful candle. There's no low, right? Sorry. There is no low. No colorful candles at the bottom currently, at the top. So here we have colorful candles. If we reverse to the downside here, we can trade in the range, of course, to the downside with a target at the lower end of the range. But the bigger trade is the short trade when the breakout really happens. This is my personal step-by-step guide, for example, for Ethereum. And yeah, let's go to the NASDAQ. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to write your questions and your comments in the chat window. I see we have 14 people here and 4 likes. Please give me a like for the stream. And also, if you're watching this stream as a recording, I would love to read your comments in below the video. Comment the video. We want to give you as much value as possible. That's why I'm doing here these live streams and these kind of step-by-step guides. I will answer the questions and then we do the NASDAQ. Today I'm also a lifetime family member. Is it possible to explain the box with charts time frame? How to install everything right? So excited. Thanks a lot. Mr. Lecker Schmecker, good to have you here. I explained, I think, the indicator setup. If you have more questions to this, feel free to ask again. I think I did at the beginning, but of course I didn't mention this chart time frame table at the top. This is the time frame table just as a summary, which is in every time frame the same. Okay, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute as a time frame. And then of course the bias. Is the market from the Wyckoff methodology in accumulation or in distribution phase? And then of course, if the target is hit or not, please always double check if you really, double check the charts. Okay, double check everything. This is the first version of the Wyckoff indicator, and I have the experience that in a lot of cases, for example, here we have the 1 minute, the 5 minute chart. Let's do the 5 minute chart. Okay, this is in accumulation. Let's do something reasonable, a reasonable example. Let's see if we can find one. And this is my drawing. Let's do it like this. Whoop. I expect something like this. 1 hour chart. In the 1 hour chart, it is a distribution. Yeah, no, everything is okay. Sometimes I wanted to show you an example that sometimes the price did already hit the minimum take profit, but it is not displayed here. So it doesn't display immediately. There is some delay in this kind of display, and I think we should display it immediately. But of course, there's also other opinions. Let's see, what else do we have? Hello Mark, hello Volker, hello Kleve. I didn't have the gap on the 25th of August. Yes, Kleve, I think we need to have, I talked yesterday with the Albertherium team, we need to have a Zoom call. Also with this Alibaba thing, something is different with your time settings. You didn't have the gap on the 25th of August. 25th of August, you don't have the gap. 25th of August. So this is the very important. This is Binance. So it's 24/7 trading hours. It's not the future market, it's Binance. This can be one reason. And of course, the trading session can be one reason. I need to check what else. So there is a bit of absorption on the extreme order block on the upside. Very difficult for me now to get back and to understand what you mean. Where is the setting for the purple arrow? The setting for the purple arrow, you mean this one, is from the Wabi-Sabi Wyckoff Flow Structure map. And the setting is the, first of all, it has something to do with the length calculation. Of course, the bigger it is the length calculation, and you cannot adjust the targets. Everything is automatically, as far as I know, is this purple here, purple thing. So this is, I think I need to change my settings to English. I don't know. Then I have problems on my German channel. Anyway, I hope I explained it. Mr. Leckerschmecker, can I ask such questions here on the platform, or is it the wrong platform? No, it's the right platform. I presume you can use time in the range as a good reference to gauge acceptance back into the range. Yes, of course, Pink Piggy, this is totally right. Time in the range is very important. The longer the market stays in the range, the higher the force will be to break out. They load up in the range. They move around in these ranges. When you move your mouse over it, the gap was gone. Here, yes, it's not a gap. Sorry, very important. Good question. Now I got it. This is not a gap. You see it? I eliminated volatility zone edge. Now I have red and green candles, and this here is not a gap because it is a white candle. Also here, white candles in volatility volume ventures. Okay, so this is not a gap, and because the volatility edge zone edge prints the same color on the candles, you see candles are gone here and there. It's not a gap. There is a candle, and you can see the candle. Not possible to see it. You can see the candle with if I deactivate volatility zone edge. So that's the reason why there is this gap. It's just because of I activated volatility zone edge and I have a white candle on a white background. Now I have after a time flip. Okay, good. So let's go. I hope I answered all the questions. If not, please give me a favor and do it again. Okay, put your question again in. If you still have some problems, connect via Discord, okay? And we will solve, we do our best to solve all the things and answer all the questions. I wanted to show you something I experienced today in the NASDAQ, because this is also very important information. And to understand this, I would like you to read Ethereum Volume Ventures description, which you can find in the video description. This is the link to there. And especially these two things. Lack of participation. Okay, this is what we need to understand. I give you an example for this, lack of participation. And then now today it's absorption. Absorption in lower time frames and how we can use this for our exit and of course our reverse entry. So I use it as an exit in short direction and reversed entry in long direction. Okay, let's do it. Give you an example now about this. So we have the NASDAQ. Here I start on the 1 hour chart, 1 hour time frame. NASDAQ is moving up and down in this Wyckoff range. After this Friday push to the upside, market is consolidating, doesn't know where to go. No new all-time highs in this market. The Dow Jones is up here, the S&P 500 is there, and where's the NASDAQ? It's down here. It's a very rare and very untypical situation that the NASDAQ is moving up and down and not following the Dow Jones to new all-time highs. What do we see here? First of all, we see this volume candles to the upside, and then they are printing positive candles. I zoom in a little bit that you can see this a little bit more clear, like this. We see these candles here and then positive candles at the lower end. Some people ask us already, and this is totally, the question is very good. Why do we have positive colors, like this yellow is a positive color, but a negative candle? Why? Because this is the version M, what we published, and we like it. It shows absorption in the lower time frame. This is working best from our experience in the lowest time frame, like 5 minute and 1 minute, we see the absorption. But here in this case, we see it also in the 1 hour chart, absorption. Buyers could not push here, and we see that the color is going, and also we see volume candles printing to the downside. This means we don't see negative volume here. Take it into account. It's market orders moving the price or not. And in this case here, they move the price heavily. Here, they move the price here also heavily. But then suddenly they could not move the price anymore. And it's got absorbed. This is why we print here negative candles instead of positive. It is positive. The movement, everything is positive, but there is a very interesting time or level which got absorbed. We see the similar thing here at this bar to the downside, this one. This impulse candle to the downside, it's a positive candle, right? With a negative color. This blue, this, what is it, turquoise? I don't know, what is this? Sea turquoise is this color in English. I'm not that good in my English. Anyway, this is a negative candle, but with a positive, negative color with a positive candle. It shows that, of course, there is aggressive sellers pushing this price to downside, but something is wrong in this candle. There is a lot of absorption. There's a lot of limit orders. I think they appear at least here in the beginning or here at the top, at the relevant levels. We had a lot of limit orders. That's why it is printing a positive candle. It does not mean that this market reverses immediately. First of all, it's a continuation sign, but when the color is gone, okay, then we need to put all this into a context. That's what we do now. We put it into a context. So the market is still in this range. How can you trade this kind of range? Let's go to the 50-minute chart. On the 50-minute chart, we're coming now to the point of absorption and lack of participation. Using volume ventures. Using volume ventures to see whether this is a real breakout or a fake. Okay, we see this market pushing to the upside. Wabi-sabi Wyckoff range formed somewhere here. Okay, buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test. When we see this candle, first of all, our first impression is, okay, yes, it's gonna be a volatile up and down. As long as the market stays around this range, it's gonna be volatile up and down. Nice. Then next thing, we see this one. On Monday morning, we saw a lot of buying. Higher candles as this colorful candles here. You see this? Higher candles. Higher, more buyers here. I don't know how to do it. More buyers, but lower price. I saw this Monday morning, lunchtime, something around when I did my market analysis, and I said, this is wrong. Because usually these kind of, if we have higher prices, higher volume candles, I want to see higher prices. I want to see the market doing like this. This is a healthy market. This is a healthy market. But if I see higher volume and lower prices, usually something is wrong. It's absorption. Limit orders were stacked here at the top. Okay. And absorbing all the movement. Market participants could not push this market to the upside. So this was a time to sell, or it was a time not to buy. Let's say this. It was, for me, it was the time not to open a swing long. Not to open swing long. Then we see this spike to the downside. Okay, they couldn't continue. Market went back to the upside. Okay, what do we see today? Today the market opened in a short rhythm, in a short movement. Tuesday, Wednesday here. Short, okay, short. And then we traded short the open. We had colorful candles. The market pushed, really pushed. And we see a lot of selling on the volume. Do you see this? Up. We see that much selling here, and this means that, okay, this can mean two things. Either the selling really starts and we now push to the downside and the market falls below this levels. Okay. But then the sellers need to push aggressive, and they need to push through this range. Didn't work. Heavy absorption here. You see this on the 1 minute chart. Heavy absorption. Nobody was pushing anymore. So what does it mean? It means you need to exit your short somewhere here. Latest there. Latest. And you can open a long. You can open a long. Really? Sure. Because if these sellers cannot make this, they are absorbed here, and the absorption will take place and they will go back to the other side of the range, very likely. So I did first short trades here, reversed to long trades, and I didn't stay in that long, but actually you could stay, not at the real highs. I think maybe, I think later on in the session, maybe tonight, we will break these new highs. We see higher highs here, and then we'll see if we see the continuation or we fall back in the range. I don't know. We will see. But actually, this is another way how you can read and combine, first of all, Wyckoff, Wabi-Sabi, Wyckoff Flow Structure, the range, and you can combine it with absorption and lack of participation of volume ventures for your lower time frame trading setups. Okay, lower time frame trading setup means you see this kind of things on the 15-minute chart, but you trade on the 1 minute chart or on the 5 minute chart. So this is an intraday trading setup. I did today. Before the open, I opened, closed not at the lower, at the lowest low. I closed somewhere here. I was happy. Went off and saw this absorption. Market participants could not continue. Opened a swing long or a swing intraday long, and was happy with this profit. Okay, so this is my step-by-step guide, or like kind of say introduction, how you can use this kind of indicators on different time frames. I know that a lot of people from you also use RSI, and RSI is also a very good indicator. And of course, you can combine these kind of things all together. I personally don't use an RSI because I see these kind of things in the price. But I know that many of you have more indicators, and it's totally fine to have these kind of indicators on the chart as long as you don't get confused. Let's see some questions. It is the Ostfriesian flag, white on white back. Yes. Thanks, but I can't. The target purple button. The target purple button. Just got the 2 target range, which I changed to black as you have, but something is missing in my settings. Okay, Mr. Leckerschmecker, please send me or send us a screenshot in the Discord channel. I think everything should look the same. Okay. Maybe you have it here on the line width. I have 2, and the text size normal. I think this might be something line width 2. Maybe you can increase it. I think standard it's 1, and you can increase it to 2. I think everything should work. If not, please use the Discord channel, okay? And you can also add me in the conversation with @Philip if you like. Hi Philip, when and where are the discount codes available for the Ethereum indicators? I would like to buy, but these new prices are insane. Yes. To give you a little bit of context, we decided to be not mass. We don't want to reach the mass of the traders. We want to have a strong and small community where we want to share the edge, where we want to share all our tools, all our indicators. That's why we decided to increase the price. You can only do this with a price, or when you decide I don't sell anymore. Okay, this is the thing. And this is actually why we increased the price for the annual experience plan, because it also reflects the value of the lifetime a little bit more. So you can, the discount codes, I think, are still available. I'm not 100% sure because of the seats. Okay, we have here, these are the discount codes, latest discount codes. And please make a screenshot from this. Okay, it is the first discount code, 20% off of the lifetime subscription is Wabi Sabi lifetime 25, because we have 25, the year 25, dash give back. With this discount code, you get 20% off of the lifetime package. If you want to have all trading platforms annual subscription, okay, you get 35% discount, and we have 40 seats available with this discount code Wabi Sabi all P25 give back. And you also get 2 months access to Wabi Sabi. If you already have an annual plan, yeah, you are one of these people who bought the annual plan recently, 2-3 months ago, you can contact the Ethereum support or write me in the Discord channel if something is not working, but please don't make excessive use of me because I get so many messages. Try the Ethereum, work with the Ethereum support first. I know that they are also very busy, and this is a premium support. It is a programmer, okay? It's nobody who's not knowing anything is your best premium choice of contact. Of course, they do also different things like programming, of course. And then the third discount code here is they adjust the standard annual for TradingView. There you get 40% off to the current price and 1 month access to Wabi Sabi, and there 80 seats are available. After these seats are gone, we don't give discounts. Maybe there will be some more discounts end of the year, but of course prices will increase as we grow our value and we grow the things what we give to the people. Prices will constantly increase because we want to keep the community small. This is the only reason, and this is the only thing how we can do it. We can only do it with price. People ask me, what is the next thing you will develop? We will develop a trading platform. I hope it will be available this year. And we start with the scanner function. We start with the high probability trading like finder, like input thing where you can find your high probability trading setups. You can define it, you can run the scanner, and you get notified. This will be the first tool which will be available for the trading platform, our own Ethereum trading platform. And all the team is working really hard on it. Some of them are working 7 days a week because it's their passion. It's our passion. And yeah, we want to give this to you and of course also to us. Okay, we develop these tools first, of course, also for us. Turquoise, Volker, thanks. Hi, Philip. Hi, Regina. Light blue candles in NQ on the 20. I read now the questions in the chat. On the 25th, 18th, is this a shake or a secondary test? Okay, let's see. On NQ on the 25th, 25th here, this one. Is this a shakeout or a secondary test? Yes. So this is a very from my point of view, this is another shakeout. People got trapped here. But these kind of things is very difficult to see because it really looks like a breakout, right? Really looks like a breakout to the downside here on this 15-minute chart, but it's still inside of this buying volume. Okay, you can always, and this is what I use or what I do on the bigger time frames when I analyze stocks. You can mark these kind of buying zones, and all the selling in these zones, if it's not a break to the downside, is like with a higher probability a fake. Okay, a trap sellers. Yeah, because in this range, it's very unlikely the breakout with short movement should happen below, not within. Within, it's always, or not always, but with a higher probability, it's a trap. Target profit color need to change color. Target profit color need to change color. Okay. Default is gray. Default is gray. Maybe. Target profit color. This is pink. Okay. Maybe this is gray in the default settings. I don't know, but this is it's for me. It's here purple. Purple. Do you trade with leverage? I trade futures. It's leveraged. Hello, Philip. How reliable are expectations before earnings like today's Nvidia? Oh, this is a very difficult question. I'm trying to work on my earnings hypothesis, how the reaction is, but so far I'm not good at. I'm not satisfied with my earnings projection. Okay, to be honest, I try and work on my skills and work on the indicators. We'll see, but earnings are very difficult. Philip's predictions are just hit today's high. Yes. Hi Marcel for Wabi Sabi. Yes, okay. I think I answered all the questions. Thank you very much for your participation. If you have more questions, please use the Discord channel, and of course come back next week. Next week again, it will be a live stream here, and of course I want to educate you. If you have anything you like me to talk about, use the Discord channel, use the public square talk where you can just post your questions, and I will answer these kind of questions. I love to answer them here in this live stream. This live stream is of course public, but of course all the knowledge, all the information is also for the only or mainly for the community. We love to build the community, and we will do it constantly, grow the community, strengthen the community. And we start now here with English content. Maybe there will also be some German content someone. Why is it called Wabi Sabi? Because the team loves the Wabi Sabi flow. Wabi Sabi means something. It is the imperfection of the perfection. Okay, because like coding is really precise. It's really precise work, is the 0 or 1. But with these zones, it is imperfect. You see them, it's very imperfect. And this is why we call them Wabi Sabi range, because it's like the perfection of the imperfection. Can you pre-post the link to the Discord channel. Yes, I can try to do it, but put it into your calendar. It's every Wednesday, same time, same channel. Subscribe to the channel, okay? You get notified by YouTube. And yes, of course, I can try to do it, but today I was busy with trading, so I forgot. I'm sorry. You can do it as well. Put it into your calendar if it's really valuable for you. We want to give you the edge. And of course, after this, the recording is always available. You can also watch the past recordings. Please also try to help us. Alexander, you can, if you really want to have the link, I can put this kind of work to you. You can help us. You can help us post the link every Wednesday morning or every Tuesday evening. Post the link, interact with the community, engage a little bit more, because I also love to trade and I traded before this live stream. So I forgot to do all this kind of work. I'm sorry for this, but of course, if you really need the link is always available during the week. I will set up the live stream, then the link is available. So if you need the link, I think many people else need the link. Please, if somebody wants to support the community or support us, help us to do these kind of things. Thank you very much. We appreciate your feedback and of course try to educate you as much as possible to get you successful in trading and get you on the next level with these kind of things. Do you use VWAP for entry patterns or exit patterns? Volume Ventures. Marcel, I just enter. Entry patterns don't exist anymore for me. I just enter. Click. This is my entry pattern. We can talk about entry patterns more next time. Okay, next week maybe it's more about entry and exit. And then, yeah, see you then. Have a great rest of the week. Watch your risk and money management and stay tuned. Bye-bye.